Beautiful weather in England today, so sunny, and it's just great to be filming outside. Thank you also to Nail Freak Emma for letting me borrow her new camera, which is just amazing at 1080 pixels. That is full HD, you know, you lot are really lucky for that, so you better thank her, and you better go subscribe to her for a thank you. Hi there everyone, and today I've got a book review for you lot, and this book review is actually going to be filmed outside because the weather is just beautiful at the moment. It really is insane. In the UK we never really seem to get nice weather and sun very often, so it's just great that we have some sun, and I thought I'd take advantage of that and film a video outside. And this book review is actually going to be on Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare, which is the first book in the Infernal Devices series. It's just fabulous. I really did devour this as a read. I just enjoyed it so much, and I'm actually going to be meeting Cassandra Clare on Tuesday, which is just going to be great. I'm absolutely so excited to meet her because she's a great author. I just can't wait to ask her some questions. So if we read the blurb: magic is dangerous, but love is more dangerous still. When 16-year-old Tessa Gray arrives in England during the reign of Queen Victoria, something terrifying is waiting for her in London's downworld, where vampires, warlocks and other supernatural folk stalk the gaslit streets. Friendless and hunted, Tessa seeks refuge with the Shadow Hunters, a band of warriors dedicated to ridding the world of demons. Drawn even deeper into their world, she finds herself fascinated by and torn between two best friends, and quickly realises that love may be the most dangerous magic of all. That is a great blurb for a great book. And now let's move on to my ratings. So the characters are getting a 4.5 out of 5. I really developed with them throughout, and I liked all the different personalities that were in there. I thought that the main character of Tessa was absolutely fabulous, and the fact that she actually loved reading is just so commendable. You know, that's just great for a main character. But with the fantasy elements like the Shadow Hunters and the demons, etc., all the other characters are so different and unique alongside those main characters. I really just wanted to keep reading on and on to find out what happened with each and every single character. I definitely think that Cassandra Clare knows how to write her characters in good detail and really develop with them, and she just gets the audience so involved with them as well. There were real, believable characters, which I absolutely love. Plot gets a 4 out of 5, which is my lowest rating out of all my ratings, though I did think that it was such an epic and exciting read, though possibly at times maybe some elements of the story were a bit slow for me. I would have liked them to sort of hurry up, move a bit faster with the plot, but I don't think that really mattered much anyway, which is kind of weird, I understand, but I'm going to explain more about that in the writing section. I really think that relates to that a bit more. Also, like with all fantasy books, the plot kept me really hooked, and everything was unpredictable. There were definitely a few plot twists and turns in there, and I didn't really expect them at all. I wouldn't say they're extremely shocking like some other YA books that I've read, but there was certainly an element of surprise, which is just surprisingly great. I also enjoyed the discovery of everything as we delved into the situations that regarded the characters and the plot more and more throughout the book. The writing is going to get a 4.5 out of 5. Oh my, the writing is amazing! I mean, I really just loved it so much. It's probably the best element of the book for me. It was great. The vivid descriptions that Cassandra Clare uses are just some of the best that I've ever read, definitely compared to all the books I've read this year. She really goes into so much detail and description with everything, and uses great adjectives along the way. And I think this is why the slower plot didn't matter as much actually, because the writing was so good, and it was just so enjoyable and amazing to read. It didn't really matter how slow the plot was. Another thing that relates to the writing is the actual setting of the book in Victorian London, and that is really interesting. It's a great time period, and I think that she really just created that as such a great setting, and I think it was perfect. One of the highlighted bits from the book for me is the setting, and it was just great. The enjoyment is going to get a 4.5 out of 5. A very enjoyable read, which I absolutely devoured reading, as I mentioned earlier. As I mentioned a second ago, the setting still stands out to me as the highlight of the book, and I think it was just simply incredible how it was described and brought into the story by Cassandra Clare as a writer. I also think that it can be enjoyed by a wide audience, which is really good. I always look for this in books actually, especially when I'm recommending. There were various YA subgenres in there, like the fantasy and the steampunk and the romance as well a little bit. I just loved it all. So now we're almost at the end of this review, and it's time to get an overall rating, and the overall rating for this book is 4.4 out of 5. I really enjoyed this. I definitely recommend it to anyone. I really believe that you will all like it, you know, all you booktubers, everything, you're gonna love it. So if you haven't already read it, definitely read it. You know, I know quite a lot of you have read The Mortal Instruments, which is also by Cassandra Clare. I've not actually read that, but I'm hoping to read that soon. But I've actually heard that this Infernal Devices series is better, so definitely check it out. I mean, I was a bit unsure at first about this, but I ended up loving it. So, you know, check it out basically. It was such a great book and so enjoyable for all. So that was my book review of Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare, and it was fabulous filming outside. Absolutely loved it. The weather is just beautiful, as you may be able to see. Today I'm stood behind a beautiful tree as well. You know, all you Americans are probably going to point out, wow, what a beautiful tree. I mean, interesting. You will like that with the stone walls, and they're not interesting. The tree is definitely more interesting for me. So tell me what you think about that tree, and the book of course as well. So then, thank you for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this review. Don't forget to comment, rate, share and subscribe. I'll see you all again later.